On the world's largest Minecraft server, the Donut SMP, many players spread myths around the server. Some range from secret money-making methods to others like strange mechanics people swear are real. But how many of them are actually true, and how many are completely fake? In this video, I'm going to be testing some of the biggest myths on the Donut SMP to see what really works and what's just a rumor.
The first thing you want to do is go on orders and see if Shulker boxes are worth around $1,000. The more money they are worth, the better. Next, go to the shop and buy an entire inventory of Shulker boxes. And now sell all the Shulker boxes that you bought into the orders. And you will literally make a profit in 5 seconds. If you just keep repeating this process, you will literally get infinite money. It's actually insane. Try this out for yourself. It's probably one of the best money-making methods.
Okay, so now I'm in Donut SMP and I'm going to test the money-making myth to see if it'll actually make me rich. So I have 100k and I'm just going to go on shop and buy a ton of Shulkers and see if reselling them on orders really makes me a ton of money. Okay, as you can see, I just delivered all of my money worth of Shulkers into orders, and we made about 25k in profit, which is really good. So now I'm just going to continue flipping Shulkers on orders, and I'm going to see how much I can make. Okay, so I just hit above 500k, but I've been doing this method for about 15 to 20 minutes, so it's definitely not a good money-making method, which makes this myth busted.
But what you want to do is search a glass on the auction house and buy a couple of stacks of glass. Once you bought the glass, you want to craft them into glass panes, and each stack of glass you bought crafts 2.5 stacks of glass panes. Once you craft the glass panes, you can sell them on the auction house for roughly 60 to 75k, depending on the price at the time.
Okay, so as you guys probably just saw, the next method is buying glass off the auction house, and then crafting it into glass panes, and then reselling it on the auction house for more. So I'm going to test that now and see if it really can make me rich. So with those 4 glass block stacks, I've made a ton of panes. So now I'm just going to resell these on the AH and hopefully I get a lot of money. So the glass panes didn't really sell that good, and they also didn't really make me a ton of money, which means that this myth is definitely busted. For the next few myths, I decided to ask my viewers for help by asking them to list some Donut SMP myths that they knew. So here they are. The first one says that you can break a cake with the drill's surrounding effect. If you don't know what the drill is, it's basically a pickaxe that can break 9 blocks at once. So we're going to be seeing if you break a block next to a piece of cake, you can break the piece of cake as well. So I bought a drill, a piece of cake, and some surrounding blocks to use. So I'm going to break the cobbled deep slate and hopefully it breaks the cake. Okay, so I just built the wall and now I'm going to break like one of these blocks and hope that the piece of cake breaks. Okay, here we go. Alright, so that myth is true. It definitely works. You can break a piece of cake with a drill. Okay, now on to the final myth that says your chords don't matter. So we're going to be testing this by making a base with relatively low coordinates and a base with also high coordinates. And whichever one gets rated quicker will determine if it's a myth or true. I just found a spot where I can make the base close to spawn, and it's at both chords are under 100k, which is pretty close but not like crazy far. So I'm just going to dig it here and hopefully it doesn't get rated. Okay, so I just finished the house and I think it looks pretty good. We got like the deep slate like house area over here. You got some big windows, and it's also got like a little covering over here. And then inside we got a chest, crafting table, and then also up here a second story with some storage. So I think this is pretty good. Now I'm going to move on to the house with faraway chords. I'm at the world border, as you can see right there. So I'm going to dig down and build a base, and we'll see if it gets raided. I just finished making the base, and I think it looks pretty good, except for this. I don't really know what I was trying to do here. I was trying to make a pig, but it did not turn out that great. But other than that, we have like these sick waterfalls right here, which I think look pretty cool, and like also some like bushes and stuff, and like a cool wall design. So I think this is a pretty cool base, and we'll see how long until it gets raided. Alright, so it's been a few days, and I checked back in on both the bases, and I have an answer to the myth. The only base out of the two that didn't get raided was the one with closer chords, and the one that was under the ground at the world border was completely destroyed. So that means that chords for making bases really don't matter. Anyways, thank you for watching all the way to the end, and comment down below if you made it all the way.